Hey, lovely. So, welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. So, I want to talk about some of the key things that I pulled out from this episode. And I do also want to talk about I will say the receipts that Evelyn decided to drop on Jenifer's husband on social media. So, we're going to talk about that. We'll talk a bit about the show specifically and do a little bit of a quick review and recap. The episode started with Evelyn and Jen going back and forth about it. I feel like my views are the same as it was last week, where I said it's okay to want better for your friend or say, yes, I don't think this is the right relationship for you. But if your friend clearly shows that she is not going to listen, she doesn't want to listen, she's not open to listening, then that's fine. You have done your part as a friend. I think what Evelyn is doing is going overboard. And I feel like Evelyn is just creating a storyline for herself by involving herself in this drama. I think that she's just like, yeah, I need to be on this show. This is my main source of income. So yeah, if I have to drum up some drama, that's what I'm going to do. At least that is the impression I get. Because there is no way that you can say that this is a concerned citizen or a concerned friend just looking out for another friend. It has gone way too far, way too toxic for you to truly be a friend. That's what I personally believe on that issue. Now, guys, hit that like button. This really helps. I feel like where Evelyn is taking it too far. You can't tell me that this is your friend if that's the energy that you're bringing towards your friend and their relationship. And I feel like it's a bit of a reach from Evelyn's perspective to be like, don't talk about my daughter, don't talk about her husband, don't talk about her man. The same rules apply. I know people like to talk about, don't talk about my daughter. Yeah, but if you're talking about my husband or my partner, then don't be surprised if I talk about your family. That's just, it is what it is. If you don't want me to talk about your daughter, then don't talk about my family. Don't talk about my husband. Don't talk about my man. So I just think that it's a shame that Shanice is collateral damage. And I completely understand where Shanice is coming from. It's a bit annoying that you're constantly getting thrown in your mother's drama. And it's like you're constantly being brought up each time everyone wants to upset Evelyn. I get it. But at the same time, your mom starts a lot of these issues and then people retaliate, and then it's unfortunate that you're the collateral damage. Sorry, Shanice, but that's just the reality of it. If anything, your mom is the one who starts off all of these issues, and then these women are just there like, okay, I'm gonna finish it for you. That is literally what it has always been. It has never been these women started with your mom starts it. I hate to break it to you, Shanice, but your mom starts it. At least that's how it's coming across. So let's move on to. I'm just gonna really quickly touch on Denise and Britt. I really feel like they were trying to segue this whole conversation because now we know Britt is dating. Is it Kevin Gates or something like that? I believe that's his name. And word on the street is that he is allegedly married. So is that why she was like saying to us like all the Muslims that she has met so far are married? She was like, "Girl, how did you end up with a married man?" And I know before you guys say yes, it's okay in their culture or in their religion or whatever. I get it, but that doesn't change the fact that when she was talking to her friend Denise about it, she was sort of giving the impression that that's not really what she's on because all the men that are trying to talk to her that are Muslim are married. But in a way, maybe that is just setting the stage for who she will eventually end up with. Now, let's talk about Jackie, Brandy, and Jen. Brandy did something that pissed me off in this episode. And for me, I hate when people say you're not okay. Girl, how do you know I'm not okay? If I tell you that I am okay, then you at some point will have to take it at my word that I am okay. If I say I'm okay, then I'm okay. Let it go. This is none of your business. If as in I just don't understand. And it's quite surprising because I'd have expected somebody like Miss Brandy, who has been through it in this group. They have talked about your husband, your marriage. Evelyn was the ringleader talking about your marriage. Evelyn was the person dogging you out constantly. But now, all of a sudden, it feels like Brandy is riding for Evelyn so hard as well. So it's really, really shocking to me that it's like, okay, you guys were fractured last season. You guys were going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, you guys are best of friends. All of a sudden, you're riding for Evelyn like you've known her forever and she's your bestie. That's the problem that I have with the way Brandy is moving this season. It doesn't come across as authentic. It comes across as she's probably trying to stay on the show for as long as possible. So she's like, if I want to stay over here, I need to be ready to play the game. That is the impression I get outside looking in. For me, it's like if someone says they're not okay, then they're not okay. They are not okay. But if they say that they are okay and you ask them again, honey, are you sure you're okay? Just want to make sure you're good. And they say, hon, trust me, I am okay. I'm fine. I'm happy. That is it. That is it. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. I'm trying to type that as well. Please hit that like button as you guys come in. Okay. But yeah, I just think that it's if someone says they're not okay, then they're not okay. But if they say they're okay, leave them alone. Leave them alone. You should know better because you were so vexed. You were so upset. You were practically shaking at the point where they brought up Jason. You hated it last season. And it's like, is it that last season was so far removed from your mind that you completely forgot what it was like? You completely forgot what it was like. You completely forgot that how you hated that. If anything, you should have the most empathy for Jenifer in this season because you've been on the receiving end of something that looks like that. And so it's quite disappointing that Brandy seems to be switching up who she's shown herself to be. I think that's the saddest part for me. It's almost like you show yourself to be something else, and then over time you start to expose to show us that that's not who you truly are. And that is the saddest thing I've seen in a while. Saddest thing I've seen in a while. Now, I do want to also talk about Ming. And I think I know Ty is a problem. Absolutely. I think anybody with eyes can see that Ty is a problem. But Ming is toxic, in my opinion. I feel like, girl, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Or eat your cake and have it too. I don't know. They both may be correct in some way, right? My thing is this: you don't want to be in a relationship with Ty, but you guys used to date. You still want to do relationship stuff without the title. That's crazy. So you want to be over there playing with her hair, sniffing her, but you don't want to be in a proper relationship. You don't want her to date other people. You're talking about who she's talking to, all that kind of stuff, and you clearly seem bothered about the whole thing. It's like, do you want to be in a relationship or do you not want to be in a relationship? Which is it? And then to then hear that you're sleeping butt ass naked with this woman that you used to be in a relationship with, it's given toxic. It's almost like you want her to want you so that you can then be like, no, no, Ty, I don't want to date you. Like, girl, what is going on? What is going on? And I know some people would say, like, yes, you can be friends, da 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 da. you can be friends, right? I get that. You can be friends. I completely get that. But at the same time, not when you guys have this level of closeness. There has to be boundaries. You can't be over there at her house, sleeping naked in her bed and expecting to be friends. What the heck are y'all doing? And say what you want about Ty. I love how Ty clocked that ish. You're out here talking to people, but you still want to be out here with me, getting the benefits of what I bring, but without me getting anything out of it, right? I love how she was like, I don't want to be friends the way you want to be friends. I do not want it. One thing I love is when people can be open and honest. Be honest. She does not want that kind of relationship. Ming wants to play, in my opinion. Ming is out here like, yo, let's play. Ming wants to be out here dating whoever she wants, men, women, whatever, and still have Ty. Maybe I am kind of curious. I suspect maybe Ty is like a provider in a relationship, and she's like, okay, even if we're not dating or whatever, I kind of like the nice things. I like the affection. I like what I get from Ty. So let me just stick to it and let me just stay friends with her, even though like, I'd rather like move on and do other things or other people in quotation marks. Whatever the case may be, I think it's just very, very weird that she's accusing or she has accused Ty of certain things only for us to find out that she also does certain things and shady things. You say Ty is creeping, but you're also allegedly creeping in the DMs as well. So it's like it's giving you want a little bit of toxicity. You want to be in Ty's bed naked and then but you want to be like, "Oh, but we're friends." Nah. When I sleep over at my friend's home, even if I normally or may want to sleep naked, girl, I do not sleep naked. I find something to wear. I wear layers so they feel comfortable. Whatever I need to wear to make sure that I'm comfortable and make sure they're comfortable and nobody is feeling like, oh goodness, what are you doing in my bed naked? Of course. I wouldn't even want to be in someone else's bed naked if I'm not, you know, with them. So it doesn't make any sense. So I do think that she is trying to play. She wants the benefits of being with Ty without dealing with being with Ty in a relationship. Now that's not to say Ty is innocent. Ty sounds like a very manipulative person, and I'll tell you why. You see how she decided that right there and then, when she noticed that Ming was upset, Ming wanted this whole friendship thing, she's like, well, Evelyn told me that Brandy thinks I'm cute. Like, girl, what? Is now the right time to bring that up? I feel like the fact that she brought that up right then in that moment lets you know what kind of person Ty is. Ty is a player, in my opinion. I feel like Ty knew that that would get her riled up, and that's why she said it, and that's why she said it in that moment. That's why she said it in that moment. So they both have their own toxicity. Ming is definitely toxic. She wants that push and pull relationship with drama. She wants to be able to get the benefits of being with you without being with you, so she can also do the things that she wants to do or the people she wants to do, allegedly. And then Ty also wants to be out here doing what she wants to do, but she also wants to get the benefits of being with you. So it's like you both are playing and you're not ready. I did think it was interesting seeing Brandy and Ty together. I think that Ty clearly finds Brandy attractive and Brandy likes the attention. I think that's really what it's given. I think Ty heard that, oh, Brandy thought she was cute, and she's like, ooh, okay, this is my in. I think she's cute too. Now let me use that opportunity to spend one-on-one time with her. They went shopping together. I enjoyed watching the scene together. They did also talk about like IVF as well together, and I was like, okay, that's a bit that's a bit personal to be having as an intro conversation with somebody, in my opinion. Someone that you haven't known for long, and you're talking to them about like wanting to do IVF, thinking about freezing your eggs, all that kind of stuff. Now, I will say it did seem like they bonded on it because like they had both at some point wanted additional children, right? So I do think like there's an element of that as well in their relationship and the dynamic. Completely agree. But I feel like whatever the case may be, it's just given it, yeah, it is very, very toxic. Their dynamic is very, very toxic. I'll be curious to see how they navigate things like with Ming and Ty and Brandy. I feel like Brandy and Ming are definitely going to get into it because think about it. Um, Ty was saying to Brandy that she and Ming were talking about having children together, going through the fertility thing together. And then now Brandy and Ty are going to that together. Like even if nothing happens between them, the optics don't look good. Ming is not going to like that. So then that means that there's going to probably be like a clash between them, a back and forth between them on the season. It is bound to happen. It's only a matter of time. Absolutely bound to happen. I did think it was like really interesting seeing like Ty seemed very uncomfortable at the doctor's office. I'm not surprised. Like that's how I be when they're like checking my ovaries and everything. Like I'm just like, no, please leave me alone. But yeah, I completely get it. Ty was just like, please leave me alone. Completely gets it. But I also get something Ty said. She's like, you don't want to feel like you're doing this alone. It's almost like she never ever wanted to go through this egg freezing experience, IVF, by herself, which I can completely understand. It takes a toll on you, it's a whole process. Yeah, you definitely need as much support of your friends, family, partner as much as possible. Not to talk of somebody who does not have a partner and is looking to do it by themselves. That must be very, very difficult. So I definitely don't blame Ming for sort of like taking a moment in that moment and just thinking like, do I really need to do this right this second? Or can I leave it, think about it and come back? Which I think she would probably decide in the end. Now, another thing I thought was interesting is Brandy and Jen's conversation. Now, I don't think I've ever seen Brandy as calm, especially when somebody seems to be really upset in their face. It felt like Jen was pissed. Jen did not like the fact that Christian was brought up. Jen did not like the fact that she felt like Brandy was in the middle of things. And Brandy kept inserting herself in the conversations between her and what's her name again? Her and Jen, Evelyn and Jen, right? She kept getting involved. And the thing is like, girl, mind your business. Let these people talk. Let these people talk. She kept saying, yeah, you lot have been friends for so long. Shut up. This ain't about you. When did you and Evelyn start just become friends recently? So it's like, why all of a sudden are you writing for her talking about kids are off limit? Girl, shush. Were husbands not off limit last season? Didn't you want husbands to be off limits? Or is it because now You guys are going through a separation, so you don't care if it's off limits or what anymore. Is that it? These are the questions I'm trying to understand. Because it's like, Brandy, stay out of it. And it's interesting because Jenifer had already told her before, stay out of it. Yet she chose to insert herself into it again. And I don't know what it is. Maybe like friendship with Evelyn is so fun that they really be wanting a do-over. I don't get it. Like, what is it about friendship with Evelyn that they feel like they have to be riding for her? Because when Evelyn and Jen were friends, Jen was constantly riding for her until the wheels fell off, right? Now, same as Brittany, not Brittany, Brand, what was the name of Brooke? Brooke was constantly riding for Evelyn as well, right? And then now, fast forward to now in this situation, it feels like everybody is constantly riding for Evelyn. And it's just like, why are you not riding for her all of the time? Like she can't be wrong. Why isn't anyone saying like you're doing too much? Yes, you may have these views about Christian, but Christian ain't your husband. She's married this man. So now that's her problem. That's her choice. That's her life. But it's like nobody is really saying these things. And then instead, Brandy has the audacity to say what she said. It's like, girl, stay out of it. It's not your place. It's none of your business. Stay out of it. So I feel like Jen this season is piping up. Jen is tired of the shenanigans. Jen is like, enough is enough. I'm clocking in and I'm here to stay. Okay. So I definitely think that Jen, yeah, if there was a first seat or first chair that could have been given or that could be given to Jen, I feel like so far she deserves it because Jen's name has been on everybody's mouth, including Brandy. It's like, girl, leave the woman alone. If she wants to be Delulu, then leave her alone. If she wants to be Delulu about the man she married, leave her alone. Let her be as delusional as she wants to be. Leave her. It's okay. It's her life. You've lived your life and you're still living yours. Let her do what she's doing. That being said, I have to give props to Brandy in this moment because I feel like the Brandy we knew would have piped up, would have caused this in, would have been pissed off. But she just let it go. She's like, oh, okay. She received it. She literally accepted it and apologized. That is a huge, huge, huge thing to do. Literally. So that was something that I picked up on as well. Um Now let's move on to Evelyn's receipt, honey. Evelyn decided to expose that apparently Mr. Christian has not been paying child support, or at least owes child support for his ex and their children, right? Or to his ex. So she posted and said, since you want to bring up my ex, let's talk about your man's ex. She's still waiting on her child support for her 3 and 4-year-old. Your man has court in Cobb County on 6/4. He's already skipped 2 hearings. You've got standard for the clothes you wear, but not for the peas that you suck. That is crazy work. Imagine. But Jenifer, baby, on this, you started it because you posted a picture of her ex. Well, technically, Jenifer didn't start it because Evelyn already started with her this season. But I mean that she started it with the beef that is happening on social media today. Because I'm sure if she stayed out of it and didn't post anything about Evelyn's ex, Maybe Jenifer would have maybe Evelyn would have left it and not said anything about it. But at the same time, we know Evelyn is unhinged. So are we surprised that now the girls are fighting on the social media? Absolutely not. I think Evelyn just needs to let it go. Sorry, let me switch on my fan. I am very hot. Very hot. Oh, I hope the fan is not too noisy for you guys. But your girl is hot, hot, hot. So it's been very, very hot recently. Like it's gotten to like 20 something degrees most days. Like I think today got up to like 22 degrees. So it really be hot. So yeah, sorry, I just have to put on my fan. I know there's a little bit of a background noise. I hope it's not too bad. But yeah, please let me know if it's like really bad. If it's too bad, then I'ma just like remove my layers. Well, I'm already removing the layers because I'm hot. Sorry about that, guys. But I just think like Evelyn definitely needs to stay out of it. Evelyn does too much. Like it's not your personal business. This is going beyond like being a caring friend. A caring friend would be like, okay, honey, like this ain't what I want for you. I feel like you should have these receipts. But if you don't want them, and it's up to you. I wish you the best. I'm going to support you regardless. But I really think that this ain't it. Okay, let's see what Pam is saying. Pam says Evelyn needs to mind her own business. She is mad because she can't keep a man and her daughter is going down the same probably is what she means. But yeah, I agree. I think Evelyn needs to mind her business, but I think Evelyn will not mind her business because this minding Jen's business is a business that pays. Think about it. The biggest storyline, I think, on Basketball Wives this season will be about Jenifer, would be about Christian. So it's like she is not going to mind anything else but this business. Oh, okay. You've corrected the typo. She's not going to mind anything else but this business. It's like this is the business that keeps her on the show. Bear in mind, what is Evelyn doing outside of the show? I'll wait. I don't think she has a lot of ventures that are doing well. Yes, she has the new podcast. Yes, she has the athleisure line. But how much are these things bringing in? I'll wait. Probably not enough. And so, if those things are not enough, then the one thing that is really paying her bills is probably Basketball Wives. So, she cannot afford to lose Basketball Wives. So, whatever she needs to do, snake her friend, get under her friend's skin, do whatever it is that she needs to do. That woman is ready and willing to do it, in my opinion. And she has been for a long time. The way I think about it is like, why else has she been able to stay as long as she has stayed on Basketball Wives? How else? Most people like can't stay for as long as Evelyn has stayed. Right? As long as Evelyn and Jackie have stayed. They pretty much stayed for most of it. Most of it. And it's so sad because I feel like Evelyn, I would love for her to give us something new. Give us something new. Create a whole, I don't know, surprise us with something else. Surprise us with the storyline this season. Give us something that we have not seen before. Give us something that does not include you meddling in people's business. It's almost given the role that Jackie plays in the group. Because it seems now that Jackie is also playing the same role or Evelyn is playing the same role that Jackie plays in the group, which is meddle with everybody's business. Get involved in the shenanigans that has nothing to do with you. And then when it crashes out and burns, you're just there like, why? Not knowing you started the fire, you created it all. And now you're watching it all fall down. So I feel like that's where I'm at with the whole Evelyn and Jen business. Yeah, I do think that yes, they brought the receipts. Um and I do think it's horrible, honestly, for Jenifer to be dating a man who is not paying his child support. I don't know how certain women date men who are not taking care of their children. It's like, what do you think will happen? Do you think that he will take good care of you if he hasn't even taken good care of his children? Do you think he would care about you or any child that you birth for him if he's not even taking care of the ones that he already has? Child support is for the child. So if he's out here living the lavish lifestyle, going to Paris to get married, doing all of these things, why can't he just pay the freaking child support? Why can't he come to some sort of agreement and pay something? Pay something. The fact that he's not doing that is not looking good. And I feel like Jenifer, you are clearly smart enough to know don't make it an official marriage, and you haven't. But the way things are going, because now you said you're about to do a ceremony in Paris, in Vegas rather, and I'm thinking, girl, why would you do that? I really hope you don't follow through with it because it's like, sis, what are you thinking? That is not going to work. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below or in the live chat. I am so knackered today. I did a 2-hour walk and I am so tired. I don't even have any more energy left. So I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for hanging with me. Maybe I'm going to try coming live again a little bit earlier so that I'm not too tired. Because I think nowadays, like after my walks, I'm genuinely like exhausted. Luckily, I don't have a walk tomorrow, so we can hang out for a long time. But I guess let me know what you guys want me to, if there are any shows you guys want me to talk about or anything you guys want me to cover, let me know in the chat so that I can like work on that for you guys. And I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that bell button so you guys know every single time that I post. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next live. Thank you. Bye.